This is your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Tuesday, June 18. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Topping the news at this hour, a fire broke out at the Sustainable Barbados Recycling Center this afternoon, prompting fire officials to declare a major incident. Thick black smoke could be seen billowing from Vaucluse St. Thomas, that's the recycling plant, from as far as Warrens. Divisional Officer Errol Gaskin, commander of the Northern Division, said 14 fire officers and 3 fire tenders responded to the blaze after receiving a call at 2:55 p.m.
We responded from actually one water tender, and on arrival, the place was described as being fully engulfed in flames. And subsequently brought on 2 other water tenders with the water tanker. In the initial stages, extensive assessment was on the way, and we declared a major incident shortly afterwards. We have engaged the services of the SSA's engineer, Ms. Dean. Also, we contacted the Department of Emergency Management to get all persons on board as it relates to making sure that the community downwind is being serviced. We informed the hospital as well as the Ministry of Health and the Environmental Protection Department. And we have gone past the assessment phase, and we have determined that we're going to do some vetting. At this point, we know we are challenged. It's not as easy as a landfill since all the materials are surface. So some is going to burn out, and we're going to do some immediate vetting. We're preparing the equipment to start a wet down on the eastern end of the area. The incident is expected to be a protracted incident into 24 hours, but we are prepared and all the agencies are on board.
Speaking to Barbados Today, owner of SBRC, Ralph Busy Williams, said his daughter alerted him to the fire. He said at that time the cause of the fire was unknown.
We don't know where it started or how it started, but it traveled very fast, and we are very thankful to the fire service who came and put a truck inside the transfer station to wet the stuff on the fire side of the transfer station, and that helped to save the station, and of course save the generator and the fuel tank and everything. So we're very grateful to the work of the fire service. And everybody, it's all hands on deck when we realized we had a fire, you know. Everybody chipped in and did the best they could, and we are hoping to burn it out now. It's the only solution, because you cannot get into there to put it out, and water is not going to help, you know. It just evaporates before it even gets to the surface.
The Mia Motley-led government creates a framework making it easier for ordinary Barbadians to pay their land tax bills over a longer period of time. Some property owners can now pay their bills in 4 installments. Prime Minister Motley made the announcement this afternoon via ministerial statement on the floor of Parliament. She told the House that in response to the change in land tax rates, her government has heard from those Barbadians hurting.
Having consulted with the relevant persons, we have taken the decision to allow taxpayers to enter into an arrangement with the Barbados Revenue Authority, which will allow you to pay your land tax in up to 4 installments. This arrangement, sir, will allow persons to better plan the payment of their taxes and allow Barbadians to pay over a longer period of time, because hitherto you paid your land tax once and for all in whatever month that you paid it. Similarly, it will allow many to benefit from the increase in disposable income that will come from significant income tax relief from next month, once that relief comes, to be able to help them pay what land tax is due and owing. My government, sir, has agreed to extend the discount, therefore, to even more Barbadians, by allowing them to retain the discount of 5% once they enter into the installment arrangements before July 26 next month.
The Prime Minister, however, made it clear that land tax on all properties below $450,000 has not been increased. She also revealed that persons owing vacant land valued at under $450,000 will also receive a 10% discount.
I announce that any person owning vacant property, which is valued under $450,000, will now attract a 10% discount on the amount of land tax that they will have to pay to the Barbados Revenue Authority. I want to repeat it, sir. Any person owning vacant lands, which is valued under $450,000, will now attract a 10% discount on the amount of land tax to be charged by BRAC. In the instance where a person has already paid their tax on these vacant lands and a credit exists, such credit will be applied by the Barbados Revenue Authority to your next land tax bill.
Barbados' standard bearer in dance has died. Richelle Springer passed away this morning after a brief illness in Paris, France, where she lived for more than 40 years. The 73-year-old was known across the Caribbean, Europe, and the United Kingdom as one of the foremost modern dancers. She's the daughter of former Governor General of Barbados, Sir Hugh Springer, and Lady Springer. Murder accused Romell Akeem Cummins has been remanded to prison until July 16. The 27-year-old of Vauxhall No. 2 Christchurch appeared before Magistrate Christy Cuffy Sargent in the District A Magistrates Court this afternoon, charged with the June 10 shooting death of Dave Archer on board the MV Dream Chaser. Cummins, who is being represented by Attorney-at-Law Angela Mitchell-Gittens, was not required to plead to the indictable charge.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To news on the regional scene, last December's motion of no confidence, which was filed against the Guyana government, was successfully passed in the National Assembly. The Caribbean Court of Justice handed down the ruling on Tuesday on the motion brought by opposition leader Bharat Jagdeo. President David Granger addressed the nation on the ruling. He says his government accepts and will abide by the CCJ's decision.
We did not believe that the no-confidence vote was valid, and neither did we believe it reflected the will of Parliament or the Guyanese people. We will, however, accept and abide by the court's decision. It is now clear that the Guyanese people need certainty about the future and a way forward. I want to outline a clear path. It is essential that we hold fair, free, and credible elections. We cannot proceed on the current list of voters. It is outdated and corrupted. It may hold as many as 200,000 incorrect entries. What is more, those who have reached the age of 18 years since the last elections are not in it. The Constitution entitles all citizens over the age of 18 the right to vote. It is a democratic imperative that house-to-house registration be completed swiftly so we can have an election at the earliest opportunity.
And finally, on the international scene, German Chancellor Angela Merkel says she's doing very well after she was seen trembling as she greeted Ukraine's president in Berlin. The 64-year-old was visibly struggling as she stood next to Volodymyr Zelensky while a military band played the two countries' anthems in the midday sun. Merkel told reporters later she was dehydrated and was feeling better after drinking 3 glasses of water. And that's news. But for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good evening.